Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is BronzeLeagueGaming. I am Phobos.
And I am Gent.
And we are casting the round of 8 of the tbh in-house tournament. And here we have the green Protoss SiF, and it's spawning on the bottom right location of Shakur's Plateau. And his opponent, QotSa, spawning as the yellow Zerg in the bottom left position.
We do have tbh representing his clan, of which we got these replays.
Thank you for letting us cast these.
I'm guessing tbh is like 2bh, but you can't put numbers. So.
And yeah.
And I guess QotSa is saying he has been
a little buzzed at least. So
yeah.
This will be an interesting match series, to say the least.
So far he's doing pretty decent, you know? Nothing too bad about what he's doing.
You do have that Overlord Scout moving out. He is going to find QotSa over here in the mirror position on the other side here. Do have that Scout moving out for SiF at the same time here, after dropping that forward pylon at the front of his base.
Ooh. I always like to see it in the very front right there.
Blocking the, guarding the natural.
So you can take an easy natural. But
looks like SiF is going to scout the cross position first.
Sup all my Mirrans, come to see the Q man. Maybe he is. Maybe he is a little drunk.
I think so.
Unless this is like a song or something. I don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe it's just some like fad Australians are going through. I don't know. They're weird. I know that.
Australians, man, you Australians, getting that spawning pull down with no gas. Is he gonna get the gas? I don't know.
It's getting drones.
Getting drones. What's the drone count? 14 to
14 to 14. Do have that gateway coming down at the front there.
What's up, probe?
And he's found out where SiF is. Not even going to scout. He's going to. Oh, there he goes. Nope.
Slash sup probe.
Just Overlord sitting there saying hi. Do have this drone moving out, checking for proxies and expansions. Alright, looks like the probe is going to go grab that scouting information. It's going to be in time to see both the spawning pool and
everything
extractor.
Looks fairly standard, except for the fact that the Zerg player is standing on almost 400 minerals. He should be expanding.
Oh, he probably is going to be expanding.
Slash oops. I don't think slash oops is an actual command in Starcraft.
What does SiF got to be thinking at this point? He's like, what's going on? Do have that Overlord's grabbing quite a bit of scouting information, just moseying on in there and moseying back out.
Yeah, there's really nothing you can really determine at this early in the game, unless he did have his 2 gas up already. Well, actually, he should have his second gas up already.
There goes the second.
But he gas up extremely early. That could mean DTs or fast void rays.
And it looks like that Overlord is going to go ahead and park out here in the.
And Quotes is not expanding.
He's got to kill that drone first, and there it goes.
He does.
Oh, right in the wrong spot. Oh no, he didn't delay it.
Didn't delay it too much. Just getting Zerglings out, speed going down now.
More Zerglings.
Is that a second queen going down? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, do have that speed going down, like you said.
Seeing robotics go down. I usually only see this early of a robot. Where is it?
Way over here in the corner.
I only see really this early of a robotics if they're going fast immortals, and that's usually only against other toss. But against Zerg, I don't.
Maybe he wants to do a zealot bomb.
Something like that.
That would be pretty cool.
Fast. Yeah.
Do have that warp gate research coming out. Like I said, it is being chrono boosted out, along with that second gateway. Zerglings here camping out at front of the natural here.
Not a bad idea. Spreading out those overlords over on all the expansions.
Pretty well, actually. Doing a good job with that. A lot of Zerglings right there. And they're going to go ahead and take a couple pot shots at that cybernetics. Man, that's going to take forever to go down.
That's a lot of micro.
Yeah.
But he is getting out
another zealot.
That robotics going down. He is going for really fast.
Can you support Colossi off of just one base?
You can afford them, but not support them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does actually.
And
yeah, go get him, Bob.
And a warp prism.
All right, so we may very well see the zealot bomb. I think that'd be absolutely awesome.
I hardly ever see warp prisms. I always try to use them in my play, but for me it's so hard to use them. Yeah, I'm not used to them.
It takes a lot of timing, and They are
And
pretty
they're-
case-specific
Yeah,
units.
and they're pretty fragile, and they're pretty slow if you don't get that upgrade. So
And there goes the
Yep,
Colossus.
there's the QotSa.
Right after that Warp Prism, that Warp Prism looks like.
And the
it
good thing
may
about Warp
be
Prism, they can
chilling out.
carry 4 Zealots
turn
and then
into a pylon.
drop them, turn into a pylon, and then
Warp in a
in
couple
4
more.
more. So that's you can just get 8 Zealots just right there. That's really good.
Do have an Overseer on the board. Couple of Overseers. Interesting choice at this point in the game. He hasn't seen a whole lot come out from SiF at this point, so he may be worried about some kind of DT play. Sorry, brain took a vacation on me.
And I was gonna say something.
There it
Oddly
goes.
enough.
Colossus bomb.
And he is going to see it. He does have an Overlord.
Unless he moves it over here.
Is he going to see it? He does see it, but he does not know there's a
notice it?
Colossi in it.
Well, those Zerglings are still pressing forward.
Ooh. I've
Cool
never seen a
reflection.
Colossus drop before.
I saw TLO do it actually.
Oh,
And
really?
it was really effective.
And here we go. The drop is about to take place.
Hydralisk in the mix. Not a very strong unit against Colossus.
With a few Zealots, and he's...
Alright, those
just chilling.
Zerglings are on the way back. You have a Zealot warping in now.
That's actually very effective. I want to try some of that sometime. That is
Don't
kind of
go after
risky
the
because if
There
Sif
it goes.
does defend this... Ooh, getting that Colossus out of there. If Sif does defend this...
If you snipe that down, you can drop that off again. You can burn a lot of those Zerglings right there.
But he does defend this, and that puts QotSa in a fairly good position because Sif put quite a lot into that. And
well, granted, he still has that Colossus there. He can just move down, move down, move down, move down. All he has to do is put it right there, and he can burn the Zerglings. No, where are you going? You can still attack.
burn him.
Come on. No. Looks like he's going after the natural now.
I'm slightly,
Fly away.
I'm slightly a little confused in this game. And stacking up all the gas, like a 700 gas coming from our Protoss player.
He's really afraid of those Zerglings.
Weird, man.
Oh, there's the Queen right on top of that. Come on.
Oh, it's going to be a huge loss.
Yeah, that's going to be bad. Looks like he is going to go ahead and warp in a couple more Zealots. And he gets taken out, so the warp-ins do get shut down.
Wow.
That was not good. Lost quite a few minerals right there.
He is starting to expand. QotSa higher food count. Pretty good.
Pretty significant, almost double.
Getting another robotics facility. I don't know.
There were no upgrades on that. There we go. There's the extended thermal lance, as well as another Colossus, as well as another Robo.
So he's
3
just
gate, 2 Robo.
Yeah.
Interesting map mix.
He is barely getting his second up. And here
Where
comes
did
another,
that come from? Totally missed that one.
and a Roach Warren coming down. Very nice. And he is keeping a good eye on that.
All he has to do is drop it off the edge here, and he'll be just fine.
What is he doing?
Yeah, get him.
Just let him unload that QotSa. It's okay. Oh, and those
Hydralisks are going to start shredding that.
So close.
Looks like that Overseer does not want any more funky business going on with these drops, so he is going to go ahead and keep a real close eye.
He's going to go ahead and not follow that Warp Prism.
Way to make me look like an idiot. You have Hydralisk range upgrade coming out.
I can never understand like what that picture is.
Grooved spines.
Okay.
Apparently it makes them more aerodynamic or something.
Alright, cool. And roach speed going down for the Zerg player? I almost said the Protoss player.
If Zerg pushes out right here, SiF is going to be in quite a bit of trouble. He does not have a whole lot. That food count is a lot closer now, but there are a lot of Zerglings, and they're getting backed up by Hydralisks now.
And even though QotSa do extra damage to Zerglings and Hydras, with that many Zerglings versus only 2 QotSas he has, does he have any more on the field?
Well, it depends on how well.
He's actually going to have 4. Actually,
It depends on.
SiF is looking in a good position, actually.
I think it depends completely on where the engagement takes place. If it's out in the open, those Zerglings are going to get us around. If it's here at the base, I think this natural wall will protect the Colossi well enough.
Pretty much anywhere that the Zerg can't get us around, the Colossi will be in favor. So
do really well.
That's good. He should want to get a lot of sentry, because sentry are extremely good in making a wall off and letting your QotSa just burn everything.
Yeah.
And
almost sniped down that Hydralisk den. That was pretty impressive. Roach speed has just finished. Looks like Lair Tech is up, and we got the
he just made a ton of drones, I saw.
Overlord speed upgrade is down as well.
So what we're seeing pretty standard from both. Not as
no,
standard.
I would not say that's very standard.
Yeah, that's not standard. I mean,
two gate after two two robo after 3 gate. Looks like we got a scout just running in here, seeing
very
what's
nice
up.
timing for the scout. He can't really pick it off at all. He has sentries, but that's pretty much it. And getting stalkers out.
In some stalkers now.
Actually, might get it taken out.
One ability I never see enough from the Overlords is that contaminate ability.
Which is really good.
It's got to be so annoying, but I've never been contaminated.
It's so effective against other Zerg players. You can just contaminate the hatchery and it can't produce more larvae. So if you can keep it up, it can do so much. And Spire going up, just simple.
Level 1 upgrades, finally getting some upgrades.
Ooh. I wasn't even like paying attention. I was just like, oh, Spire. But Spire is going to do really good with those corruptors against those QotSa. Very, very good. And just
another QotSa bomb going down here.
He doesn't drop it.
There's the Zealot warping. Looks like that queen might be in a bit of trouble.
How many kills does that QotSa have so far?
15.
Ooh.
It's a master.
Oh, wow.
Those Zealots are going to town here. Looks like he needs to focus down that Spire pretty quick, or he's going to have to worry about something a lot worse than Zerglings and Hydralisks here.
Yep, and why is he not defending? Come on, QotSa defend. Oh,
two-pronged attack. Looks like these QotSa are going to go down, though.
They are on move
command. High ground.
What are they doing?
He's trying to get that high ground so he can protect them better. Looks like these Zealots had a bunch of roaches pop, so this attack is being mopped up. That Spire was allowed to pop, the poor choice of targets in my opinion.
Yep, he killed drones, which of course is always good.
Probably the highest priority in my opinion.
But at this point of the game, it would be very nice to take out that Spire, which I think would actually might be a little higher in priority, because now he's just getting Corruptors out, which I think will deal with those QotSa.
I don't think that push was
well.
strong enough at all to actually take down a hive structure.
Yeah. Well, taking out the Spire itself would make him have to rebuild it, so that would be a little bit more delay while he gets a little more stalkers out. And at this point in the game, he wants to get blink, so he can blink underneath the Corruptors and deal damage to him.
I don't think he has a Templar archive yet.
Yeah, he doesn't, and even if you don't get blink, you want to get that anyway, so you can continue your upgrades, because you cannot get level 2 upgrades without getting that.
Without what?
You need a Twilight Council.
I didn't know that.
You can only get 1/1 without the Twilight Council. And we do see just normal play, or normal building QotSa and Stalker.
That QotSa is pretty beat up. Shields are recharging though, but it looks like the Zerg is mobilizing pretty quickly here.
And he doesn't have a huge lead of food, but he does have a decent. And
I think the army composition on QotSa's site.
Yeah, it's a lot. Look at the units. You have Hydralisks, we have Roaches, Corruptors, Zerglings.
Versus 6 QotSa, 10 Stalkers, and a Warp Gate.
Yeah. And the food count and the drone count is pretty similar.
Pretty even, only 3 drones different.
That's the good thing about this point in the game for Zerg. If he can get more expansions, he can just resupply his drones after a big loss pretty quick. And because he is stacking up a lot on those minerals.
I don't know. This is going to be a very iffy push. If the QotSas can grab high ground or something.
Like up there, that's good, but those Corruptors will be able to still take him.
That's true.
If you just you don't want to get those Stalkers out of position. Those Stalkers have to protect those QotSa. And this will be.
Looks like they're almost focused on that creep tumor. QotSa's doing a really good job spreading the creep this game. Just pushing that blanket out pretty far, actually.
And he is grabbing his 4th, and SiF is grabbing his 3rd. Around the same time. About the same time.
So econ should stay about even. Production value should stay about even at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Looks like we have a couple changelings moving out.
What the hell are those? Just changelings going. air attacks. I don't see any mutas.
No mutas.
Oh, those are for the dirt. Those are for the
corruptors.
I'm losing my mind.
You
15
have ground
roaches
attacks
coming out.
and armor. So he's foregone all the Zerglings in favor of this Hydralisk Roach Colossus ball, which you know that will probably be fairly strong.
An infestation pit.
What was that?
That was him turning in. I think that was either Changeling turning into a.
You're right. Those must be the Changelings.
It was either him turning into the Zealot or dying. I couldn't tell.
Dying.
That's what I like to see, those sentries. If you can get the sentries count up and get the energy on them up, then he can.
He's taking a queen with him, maybe for some transfuses, but that queen's going to be real slow off of creep. Looks like the Colossi are engaging, taking a little bit of high ground.
And
very weird force field timing there, not doing a whole lot.
An Immortal coming out, no, not a bad choice against all those roaches, but
how
still.
Much damage to the it'll block both Hydralisk and roach damage.
But against all that mass numbers that he has,
I think he's going to need to
it'd just be better just to get QotSa, but he cannot afford it, as we can see.
Well, he needs a unit, like just a bunch of zealots or something, just to soak up damage.
Yeah, he just needs a ton of damage soaking, just a sponge, I guess you can call it. And look at the map control for our Zerg player. He has overlords really all over the place. We see that's the map control. That's crazy. And then that's his map.
Neither player's grabbed the Zelnaga towers though, which I find rather interesting.
It's always worth it to just sacrifice just a Zergling to see if has the towers or something. Getting that shield upgrade.
Creep.
And there goes
bouncing between the towers here.
There he goes.
Pathogen glands coming out for the infestors. Looks like they are going to come out with some energy, maybe for some fungals. Do have that Twilight Cancel finally coming out.
For the upgrades, I'm assuming. And more changelings. He just wants to see where he is. And he's going to take those out. Bam. Bam. Dude, that's a lot of energy on the sentries. That could actually turn the balance of this game. And he does get a huge round, the Zerg player does.
Oh, nice with the hallucinations. Very good idea in damage soaking. Instead of using zealots, which would take away from his army composition, he just uses these ghost beams.
And nice force field placement does take out Sif's entire army. You can tell the force field. Without the force fields, I don't think Sif would be able to.
Would have done as well. But those hallucinations, I think, were a huge key in that battle.
And he is going to do a counter, but he can just resupply his army pretty quick.
We do have 10 Zerglings, 14 roaches on the way out. If Sif is going to hit him, he's got to hit him within the next couple of seconds.
And we do have 10 corruptors out. That would be so huge.
21 roaches on the board now.
And he does catch one Colossi out of... Oh,
he catches all the Colossi out of position. This Immortal gets picked off as well. Does wall off the ramp here.
And all those Colossi go down. So I think Sif dedicated himself too much on that attack.
Just have a few Immortals in here. Those will do really well against these roaches.
And you don't want to attack if just
he's doing a lot of damage here. But with that resupply, I don't know if it's enough. He's got a lot of food tied up in these
the only thing they're doing is corrupt, which makes them take 20% more damage.
Which is actually great.
But and is that adrenal glands going down?
It is. Those cracklings are going to be pretty potent.
One set of adrenal glands go down, that will just tear apart this army. All he'll need is Zerglings at this point. At that point,
unless he continues to go for more Colossus.
Yeah, but Zerglings do so much damage with that. And a Greater Spire. Gonna see some Broodlords. Very, very smart tech choices going down for QotSa. And a fourth going up.
So for being drunk, he's playing really well.
Yeah, he plays almost better than I do playing drunk. Probably does play better than I do. I don't know. That's a lot of saturation.
Oversaturation on that line. This one is completely mined out.
We do have an Immortal stuck there behind the.
Oh no, poor guy.
He's like, it's all good, guys. I'll chill. There, a DT Shrine going down.
Is he stuck as well? He may very well be.
Well, I think he is.
I guess he could go around.
I don't know.
Well, how'd this one get out then?
I don't know. But
Adrenal glands is almost done.
10 seconds, and that will do so much damage. DT Shrine will do plenty of damage.
Snapping off this, what, sixth base here.
does cancel it. Very nice.
Drops a pylon and is not continuing.
And backs off. He just cancels and walks away. Ooh.
Look at all those cracklings.
Oh my gosh. No weapon upgrades, huh? They do attack faster with that Adrenal Glance. He should want to get the weapon upgrade. If he gets 3-3 with Adrenal Glance, he will do so much damage. Oh my
Broodlord's
god.
coming into play now, along with some Infestors. We've seen almost a complete tech switch from QotSa at this point in the game. Looks like SiF is going to try and play some Dark Templars into this mix, and if he can keep them hit him, it'll be absolutely detrimental.
And
to
he does
QotSa.
have 2 Overseers that he is keeping with his base. But if he just keeps those DTs in with his army, they could be just a nice damage to them. He's not. He's deciding to send 1 to each expansion or something. Is that what he's?
Damage. Holy cow!
That's a lot of damage.
He's gonna one-shot all those Zerglings.
And they just pass by and lag. Oh, there. He does see them.
You can tell they're there. Oh.
And there we go. 2 of them get taken out. Where the other one's going?
There's one.
And
Looks
one's
like
down
he's
there
going for
doing
this
damage.
base. Although it was a pretty heavy investment, I don't think it's really going to pay off at this point, though.
3 kills. 4 kills. 5 kills. Oh.
So between
And then he got. I think he denied that expansion to those 2. I wouldn't say that's worth it, but we do have a push coming down. Ooh, that's a lot.
Here come those Broodlords. I don't know if there's enough. All the Stalkers are at the wrong base. Things are going to start going down really fast over here. And we do see the Stalkers moving out. Those Broodlords are out of position, though. They're going to get snapped pretty quick. Ooh.
And those
SiF chooses to retreat.
But they don't have blink. He's just barely getting blink. Blink is what you need against Broodlords at this point. You can blink under him. And you can't just run up to them and attack without blink because then you just get walled off by Broodlings.
Oh man, this is going pretty bad for SiF.
2 Void Rays coming out, and we do see a double-pronged attack.
A lot of Zerglings attacking the main here while the Broodlords mop up this double expansion up the top right side.
Wow.
Oh man, it looks
so
like
much
SiF
havoc going
is
down.
in quite a bit of trouble.
SiF, I don't see how SiF can come back from this at all.
No, me neither. This
Force,
is
that's
too much.
decent force still, but it's not going to do anything.
It's not going to do anything against flying. You're going to just shoot at people.
Yeah, very true. Seeing more reinforcements coming. He has that 200 food count.
The SiF just isn't giving up here. He's doing what he can. He's probably waiting on these Void
Oh,
Rays.
the Void Ray does take out 2 of them.
And they are getting charged.
They are getting charged,
quickly.
yep. If he gets those fully charged, those 3 Void Rays, that will do so much damage to all these.
But with all those Krakens on the board, I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, it's not going to matter at all. And those Broodlords cannot attack air. But
No, but that Infestor can. There goes the Fungal Growth.
And
a bunch of pop
yeah.
cannons.
And someone leaves the game.
I guess one of the observers.
Yep. And
Looks like-
they're going to lose
yeah.
they lose their charge, but it doesn't matter. GG from SiF.
So this first game from the round of 8 between tbhSiF and QotSa, QotSa manages to take the game after some risky. Well, he looked like he was in a little bit of trouble towards the beginning of the game with those Colossus drops in the back of his base.
He seemed to deal with it pretty well, though.
He did deal with it pretty well, and I don't quite agree with how those drops were microed. He could have just dropped the Colossi right here, snapped a ton of those Zerglings, moved it right back over, and done, you know. But anyway,
yeah, still good play no matter what. And that double pronged attack at the end there was good. But
incredible. Well played, QotSa. Hopefully, we see similar results on Game 2. Hopefully, we'll have everybody tune in and follow us for that one as well.
Yep.
This is Phobos.
This is Trent.
Tuning out.
Peace.